here we are for part 2. Still looking super cute, but I mean, it's my off day. I've been cleaning, now just filming this while my kid sleeps, so this is what you get. She's cute. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this because I do have some stuff that I need to continue on with the planner evolution. So in part 1, I really talked about, you know, just like how I've been a planner pretty much for a good portion of my life, and just like the 3 different kinds of planners that I started out using, ending with my Erin Condren hardbound. So we'll start there. If you have not watched part 1, it was like the last video, so click on over to that one and then move on to this one if you so choose. Thank you so much for watching this, and hit subscribe if you want to see future videos. So let's get into it. So yeah, when I left off, I was kind of working my way out of the Erin Condren one because I was starting to see planning as a lot more than just writing down what I needed to do. I wanted to, you know, kind of see, I wanted to see how implementing like journaling and really decorating it really pretty with all the die cuts and the fun pretty little things and the washi tape and stuff like that. It still took me a while to use washi tape, like a long while. I've been collecting washi tape for a while before I actually started using it because I just was not a washi fan, but now I am. I'm not like one of those die-hard, hardcore washi fans, but I do like it now. And I kind of see the hype surrounding it. So yeah, if you go back through any of my old spreads, like there probably is no washi in this one whatsoever. There was probably no washi in the last one, definitely not in the one before that, because I didn't really understand how to use that kind of stuff. And that's the most beautiful part of planning is if you go back and you look at your first spreads compared to now, you will be really surprised by how much your style and finding your groove has evolved. And mine definitely has. Like, I was very sticker heavy here. No fancy lettering, no washi tape, nothing fun like that. It was just straight stickers. So anyway, I was in Planners Gone Wild and, you know, just being like a lurker. Like, that's kind of my favorite thing to do, is to lurk in there. I don't really comment much. And I kept seeing these traveler's notebooks popping up. And at first when I joined, I was like, oh my God, you know, look how they have those decorated. They're so beautiful. I could never do that. Like, it was so intimidating. But then towards the end of 2017, I was like doing some research and everything. I was like, I kind of want to try it. I think I might be able to do it. So it was before Black Friday, but Foxy Fix was like having their Black Friday sale. They usually put those on a lot earlier than actual Black Friday, just to make sure, since these are custom made notebooks, and on the grand scheme of things in the planner world, Foxy Fix is huge. But in like, as far as like retail space, they're a small business, and they really truly are, you know, their turnaround time is roughly a month. I know that they are trying to cut that down some, but Foxy Fix has grown tremendously, and that's a really cool thing, being able to see the growth. I mean, every new launch that they put out, it sells out like that. It's crazy. So anyway, they were just launching their Lush bag line, and it was not too long after they launched their Lush leather line in general. So I decided that I wanted to try a traveler's notebook. So I really wish I would have done more research. Do your research. and just really looked around. So I ordered an A5 Boss Babe Madison with cream stitching and elastics, and I got the rose gold fox and pip bow on the spine and a fancy letter K on the front in rose gold. And as beautiful as that notebook was, and as much as I really started to get comfortable with using it, I really soon figured out that A5 was not my size. I really wish I would have done more research, because it was like as soon as I ordered that thing that I discovered B6 size, which I have one here. This is probably one of my most favorite notebooks that I've ever gotten. This is from Mystic's Little Gifts. It is their oil tan line. This one is called Carbon. It's a really nice darker gray, but oh, look at that. Every scratch. I even specified on there, send me the most ragged looking leather that you can find. This thing is a beauty, a handcrafted, beautiful notebook. And in Traveler's Notebooks, B6 is definitely my size. I don't like super small. I do have a pocket size, but it is definitely too small for me. It's better for me as far as like list making goes, but actual planning, it's way too small. So B6 is like that perfect blend of, it's smaller than A5, but it's not too small. So I got this one, and I've got several other B6 size notebooks. I've got my Glitter Dory, my Carbon, one from my Drake Tuxedo from City Girl Planners, and my Lush Bordeaux from Foxy Fix. So of all the different planners I have, Traveler's Notebooks are what I have the most of, because I legitimately do love them. But I've been out of tans for quite a while now. So anyway, which brings me to why I got out of Traveler's Notebooks. I love Traveler's Notebooks, I really do. But I wanted something, I miss rings. And I wanted something to where if I needed to move a page, I could. So it also, like, the trends ebb and flow. They really do. Like, you'll notice that I have noticed this myself. Like, everybody was using Traveler's Notebooks, like, right before I got into them. And then when I kind of stopped using them, that's when everybody started going back to rings. And you started seeing these smaller shops. So for me, like, I look at businesses like Filofax and KKK as like the Walmarts of planner makers. And then smaller shops like Foxy Fix and Mystic's Little Gifts, and who are some other really popular ones? Chic Sparrow. They're a lot more like what I would say a Brookshire's would be. So Brookshire's is another grocery company, but they're very small on the scale of compared to Walmart. I mean, they're tiny, but they're also a franchise. So they're mostly in Texas. They were started in Tyler, Texas, and there's a couple of others that fall underneath the umbrella of Brookshire Grocery Company, but they're mostly here in the South. So it's a small chain of grocery stores. So I would really classify like Foxy Fix and Chic Sparrow kind of in that category. They're not like mom and pop shop like what like Crazy Organized, which I'll mention here in a moment. They're not like that. They're not like Imperfectly Perfect or Television Trainwreck. Television Trainwreck and the other two that I mentioned, they're more like your local mom and pop food store. in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not saying that in a bad way or to make it like they are less than, but just as far as like their sales are, they're not at the same level that Foxy Fix or Filofax is at. And honestly, in my opinion, that's a good thing because their stuff is a lot more easily accessible, and it's a lot easier to really have a conversation with the shop owner. And so I really actually kind of prefer now purchasing from these very small shops than I do. I've never had a Filofax, and I've never had a KikiK. I do have Webster's Pages, which they're kind of somewhere in between, but they're not like on the same scale. So anyway, that's kind of a rant within this video. I'm so sorry about that, but anyway, here we are. So I wanted something that I could have the clear dashboards that I could, you know, really decorate up super, super nice, and, you know, use all these cute die cuts and papers and have all this glitter stuff everywhere. So I moved back to personal wide rings, which is a very comparable size to a B6 traveler's notebook. And here we are to my baby. This is my Crazy Organized Artori, and it was custom painted for me. I sent her a photo of my setup on my end tables in my living room, which has this, my favorite decoration, this white geo skull, and then I've got like a crystal on there that looks like this one, and then a succulent that looks like this one. So I sent her all that, and I was like, I want this geo skull, and I want succulents and crystals, and this is what she came up with. The turnaround time was quite long for this, but it is so worth it because she is just so beautiful. And I've talked about her before. I really do love her a lot. So, you know, I wanted something that I could have all these die cuts and, you know, pockets and everything in. You know, I have my tabs and my vellum and acetate, and let me find, got these clear dashboards where I can stick scrap paper and die cuts and stuff in and just really decorate this thing to hell, just to, you know, make it my own thing. And I really do love being able to decorate this. So this is what I was previously in, I know. But now, as everything goes, I was on towards the end of me using the personal wide rings. I really started bullet journaling, and bullet journaling, just like with traveler's notebooks, was one of those things I was just like, oh, that makes me really nervous. It's intimidating. I'm not an artist like I used to be. I don't doodle much. And just the thought of having to curate everything instead of just being able to sticker kit down. You know, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Here's my decorations. It was really intimidating, but the more that I evolved with the personal wide rings, like I said, I started out with like having a specific box that was like a grid, and then, you know, just kind of freehanding out of that, and then I still had my little lists that were going down, and then I started using daily inserts, and then I moved it to, it's just strictly one big box that is a grid. And then it moved to what I've been using previously. It's just one solid page of a graph grid. And so I like slowly transitioned myself to doing more bullet journaling. So I've been using more washi tape and things like that, and, you know, getting comfortable with using different mediums, using brush pens, and even watercolor and things like that. And so here we are now to the end, and what I've been using here lately is A5 Scribbles That Matter bullet journal. Super easy to carry around. That's something that I absolutely love about it. 100% customizable. Like, this is something that, this is what you get. Full blank spread with dots and a page number. Everything else, it's all completely your imagination. It's how you want to do things. So as you can see, I do still use stickers, but I use washi now, and I use stickers in a different way. And I have the fun lettering. I do draw more in it. This one was pretty sticker heavy. This one is my favorite. You know, you can play with it. You can have fun with it. You can, you know, have different collections. So there's my YouTube one where I come up with different YouTube video ideas. I've got my monthly spread here. There's my cover page for this month. Stamps using different mediums, watercolors, you know, pens. I even sprayed this down with like a pearly spray. You can still use die cuts, but you just have to place them a little bit differently. And then here in the back, I even created like special little message to my child and just put this little flap here that talks about her favorite things right now, because she's 2, she'll be 3 pretty soon. But yeah, you can find just different ways to decorate your bullet journal. So do you have to spend the amount of money that I have spent trying to find my groove, trying to find my ever elusive planner piece? Absolutely not. You absolutely do not. As far as like special sizes go, possibly. Personal wide size is one of those that's like gaining popularity, but it is not in the mass market yet. You won't find a personal wide ring binder in Michael's or Hobby Lobby or in Joann's. You're going to find personal size. You're going to find personal size and A5 size, most likely, because these two have been like the most popular sizes from, you know, over the years. But the market is exploding, and that much is evident in how many people are joining Planners Gone Wild. They've gone over 60K now, which is just wild to me. But it's gaining popularity. Walmart has just, you know, put out, they just started carrying Happy Planners. They just created their own line of Happy Planner-like products. You know, they're carrying bullet journals now. You can go to Walmart for $5 and pick up a bullet journal and, you know, just have fun with it and draw in it and see if you like it. They have the little $5 A5 size notebooks at Michael's. So you've got different things out now to where you can try different things. If you want to try a spiral bound, Michael's has their Recollections line that is, from what I understand, is a lot like Erin Condren Life Planners. So you can kind of test out the different things and see what works for you. And you can do it in a very cost-effective way. But someone like me, I'm just extra. You know, I've got to be extra with everything. So that's why I have so many different things and have tried so many different things, because I do enjoy trying different stuff. I think it's fun. It makes you be, it forces you to be creative. It forces you to kind of use your brain and think, you know, how can I do this in this way? How can I evolve? How can I make it better? And that's kind of what my planner evolution has been all about. It has been about going from strictly planning to really expression and a creative outlet. So that's kind of what it is for me. If you have sat through both of these videos, thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope I got everything that I needed to out. I think I did. But it's been a strange and fun journey. I've tried different things that I did not when I first, you know, dipped a toe into this community. I did not think I was going to try half the things that I have, but it's been fun along the way. That's the biggest thing. Have fun with it. You know, it's not that serious. It can be for some people, but for me, it's just a wonderful creative outlet. It's something that I can do that is functional and pretty, and it has actually been something that I can share with my daughter, and that's been the best thing. She's gotten a love of stickers and for notebooks and for drawing and things like that. So that's about it. That's all I have to say. So, like I said, if you like this video, please hit subscribe. I would love to have you. And thank you so much for watching this video. I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.